So I recently purchased the plugin Dehancer, which is a film emulation plugin for Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve, and I really wanted to test it out today. It has a bunch of film stocks that you can choose from, and I've been seeing a lot of creators promote this product, and I figured I'd give it a try. So I bought the 3-month subscription, which is pricey, I'll be honest. It was around $134, I believe, because I used a creator code to get 10% off. But I wanted to see if the product that creators promote is really worth it. As of right now, I have been really liking using Dehancer. I feel like the halation and the bloom and the film emulation in it of itself is the most realistic. So today I'm just going to be trying out Dehancer with a bunch of different shots. There's a couple things that I have to do today. I definitely have to study and get some reading in done for college. There's just a lot of material that I have to go over, but I really also just wanted to capture some outdoor shots today using the Dehancer plugin. There are a lot of times, when creators promote a product because, they're getting paid to do so, but this is not a promotion whatsoever. I'm not paid by Dehancer to promote this product. I just want to truly see if it works, if it gives good film emulation, and this is just a non-biased opinion with some of the shots that I'm taking today. So today is Friday, which is my day off. I had yesterday off as well, but I had a lot of doctor's appointments and stuff like that. I really got to catch up on some work. I got to do some reading and stuff like that because there's one course in particular where it's not so much assignments, but it's keeping up with the readings and keeping up with the material that is really the workload of the course. It's a little bit difficult. The book is hefty. It's gonna be a little bit difficult, and I'm kind of scared for that class. He was going over the exam as well. It's just nerve-wracking. I think he was kind of trying to do that, trying to get in our heads a little bit, and he achieved that. He got in my head for sure. He seems really knowledgeable, and I think that I can learn a lot from him. I just need to take some pressure off of myself. I guess not expect too much from myself. But when it comes to Dehancer, I've been seeing a lot of promotions online and stuff of people using Dehancer for film emulations, and I decided to download it. It is expensive for a plugin. Just a 3-month subscription was $130 something after 10% off, and I just wanted to give it a trial run, see if it's legitimate, see if people who are promoting it are actually promoting a good product, I guess. I played around with it last night and I do like it. There are a bunch of settings in the plugin, and I think that it does give a really realistic film, like as close as you can get to film shooting digitally. As of right now, I really do like it. Again, this isn't a sponsored video or anything like that. This is me purely just trying it out to see if it works and to see if I like it. The LUT that I currently use is Cineprint 35 by Tom Bowles, and I'll definitely leave a link to that as well. But I love his LUT, so I think if I mix the two a little bit, because I can get more halation, I can get more bloom from Dehancer and add that to the already amazing LUT that I have, Cineprint 35, I think I can get some really cool and creative looks. So again, not sponsored, purely just a trial run and to see if I actually enjoy it and actually like the usage of it. I also don't know why I decided to wear Vans today. Not the wisest decision on my part. My legs are like shaking right now. I'll be honest, Dunkin' has been hitting for me recently. I feel like I kind of get like a weird order. I don't know, I just get a cold brew with sugar-free hazelnut, stevia, and almond milk. It's not the sweetest. I don't like my coffee like overly sweet, but Dunkin's been doing it good. It's been doing solid. There was just a hummingbird right there. I can't turn it left already. But anyways, I just got back home. I was gonna go to the library maybe to study, but I kind of wanted to just sit outside and do some studying. So that is what I'm gonna do now. I have to read so much. Like, look at how thick this book is. And no pictures. I needed some sunglasses. It's bright out, but honestly, I don't know the next time that I'm going to be able to study outside, so this is actually kind of nice, kind of a vibe. I like it. Alright, so I did just finish up some of my reading. I gotta say, some of the material was actually quite interesting. I won't go into the boring stuff of it, but I learned a lot today, I'll be honest. It's heavy stuff. Like, there are times when I gotta reread it over and over again to really let it sink in. From what I read so far, it's actually pretty interesting, and it makes you think a little bit, and it's already changed a little bit, like my perception of psychology in general. So it's really cool. It was pretty interesting. It's gotta be a lot of just keep doing that, and I don't want to burn out, so I stopped for the day. I'm gonna have to continue just building and reading, and hopefully it'll make sense and it'll stick. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. But it was pretty good. I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Probably nap, honestly. I'll probably nap. I love my afternoon naps, I'll be honest. It's been a pretty decent day today. I can't lie, it's been pretty good. So I kind of just wanted to show you guys what the plugin Dehancer looks like in Premiere Pro, because that's the application I use it in. I've seen a lot of people use this in DaVinci, but if you were curious about what it looks like in Premiere Pro, I'll show you. So once we open up Premiere Pro, what you're going to do is you're going to go down to Video Effects, and you'll have something here called Film Emulation. You just drag that, and then you can drag Dehancer onto the clip of your choice. For me personally, I don't really use Dehancer's films that they give you, like the film stocks. I really like my color graded footage, and I haven't experimented too greatly with the film stocks that they give you. I just really love the colors from the LUT that Tom Bowles came out with, Cineprint 35, and that for me stylistically is something that I love. So I'm going to show you what the film stocks are with my color graded footage. Like, if you can see here, this is what my footage looks like without Dehancer, and then this is what it looks like with it. And with that comes all these different film stocks. So you got your Kodak Gold, you know, you have some portraits that you can choose as well. Just a bunch of different film stocks. I also like Superior. That's a nice one that I like, but so many different to choose from, and honestly I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time just kind of figuring out what I like. Let's go into kind of what Dehancer gives you. So like I said, I don't really use the film emulations as of right now, so I personally disable that. I love the colors that Tom Bowles allows with your footage, but if you were to use their film stocks, you know, you can choose your camera, like so many different cameras that almost confident that you can find yours. I mean, they even have the latest Sony ZV-E ones down here. I can't say for certain, but I'm pretty sure more often than not you could find your camera that you're shooting with if you did want to use the film stock. But for right now, I'll just keep it Rec 709 because I like my color graded footage. Then what I do is I go down to film grain, and right now, if you look here, it's a little bit busy. It's a little bit too much grain for me in my opinion. So I like to do custom, and I just like to turn down the size. I'll kind of go for 3, and then the amount as well, around 5, 6, 7, something not too drastic. You can still see there's a little bit of grain if we turn it off. You know, you can definitely see it in my leg too. It's there, but it's not crazy there, which for me is what I love. So that's film grain. And then we can go down to halation, and what halation will do is kind of outline a particular subject. So if we enable this real quick, you can tell that things that have highlights to them, it will basically outline it. And for me, I don't like a lot of halation. For halation, the higher the millimeters, the less halation. So I usually like 65 millimeters. If I zoom out, you know, you can tell that 8 millimeters is a little bit too much for me. 16 isn't bad, but you know, you got the rocks really red right there, which I don't particularly like. I like 65 personally. That's just my kind of take on that. And then you can also bloom as well, which I love because it just softens your highlights as well. So if we take a just closer look at my skin, if I enable bloom, just softens it, gives it that nice little touch, and I love that. And another cool feature as well that you can get is film damage. So if I enable this real quickly and I go to my timeline and play it, you will see little dust particles and little specks that you can get if you are not perfectly processing your film, which I think is such a cool little feature, and it's something very small to your footage, really adds that film effect to your footage. And in my opinion, I think Dehancer just does it the best, in my opinion. And then you can, you know, vignette your footage as well. I don't typically use a vignette, but should because it looks nice. It adds a little bit more contrast around your prominent subject. It just makes your subject pop. I might leave it on this time. I don't use a vignette, but I think it looks pretty good. And for that, that's pretty much all I do with Dehancer. So if I turn it off real quick, you can see this is what my footage usually looks like, and then this is what it would look like with Dehancer, which I like. I personally really like it. It's a little bit more flat, but I don't know, I just think that this plugin is the most realistic that I've found for giving you that film emulation, and I've been really loved just playing around with it. For me, I think this looks good in my opinion, but I know for some it's not for everyone, and it is very pricey. I only got the 3 months subscription so far, but I just kind of wanted to give a non-biased opinion of Dehancer and my personal thoughts and takes on it. This is something that I really like using. I understand that it is expensive. I gotta say, like, the products that I'm getting out of this, I would recommend it. I would recommend it. Maybe start with a 3-month subscription if that's something that you could afford. And yeah, that's just kind of my overall opinion on the plugin itself. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you soon.